Hello friends, standard 10, subject maths. Today I am going to start a new chapter, that is chapter number 10, circles. This chapter already you learned in the 9th standard, and according to that you just know its a definition. What is circle? Circle means a collection of all the points in a plane, a collection of all the points in a plane which are at a constant distance. This constant distance is known as your radius. This constant distance is known as your radius from a fixed point. From a fixed point. This fixed point is known as the center of circle. This we will know practically by the figure. This is the circle of yours. This is the center C. What is there telling there? A collection of all the points. A collection of all the points from in a plane. Plane means you can just consider this board as your plane, which are at a constant distance. Which are at the constant distance. What is this? You all are much familiar with me. This is the radius of yours. This is the radius of yours. You can consider as a R. You can consider as a R. Am I right? This is the definition of a circle. Over here in this definition, we just know about what is the radius of circle. Now, in the second figure, I am going to explain to you. All the condition also we learn in the next standard. This is something else. This is, you must have to understand. Now, these also you must understand. These three different things I have drawn on circle. This is OP. This is AB. This is CD. Obviously, from your definition, you are about to know that OP is the radius of ours. OP is radius or arc of our circle. That is. What is this AB? When 2R is going to be merged, that is becoming the diameter of a circle. And what is CD? CD is your chord. CD is your chord. CD is your chord. Once again I am going to repeat. From O to P distance is known as the radius of yours. This AB, twice the radius, it gives your diameter to you. And CD, this is the chord of your circle O. These three things you understand it properly. Now we are just going to be moved. With the help of this, you are just able to understand what is this is the plane of yours. In that your plane, one circle is there. Outside the circle, one point is there. On the circle, one point is there. And inside the circle, one point is there. This circle with the center O. This circle with the center O. Now, while you consider this is R of yours, OR is the radius. When you join OQ, what happening that we are going to be learn, and OP. P is outside the circle and in a plane P, that is OP. When you join it, it will become the OP of yours. OP is greater than your OR, that is radius of yours. value join R is on the circle. R is on the circle. OR becoming your radius. OR becoming your radius. And what happening to the OQ? Q is inside the circle. Q is inside the circle. And OQ is less than OR. OQ is less than OR. See, you are just able to understand this condition properly. When the P outside the circle, that is always greater than your radius. R is on the circle. When any point you are just taking on circle, it will become the radius of yours from the fixed point of your circle center O. And Q is inside the circle, that is always becoming the lesser than your radius. That is always becoming the lesser than your radius. That is always becoming the. Now we are going to take three different conditions. Before that, what is this? This one is a line. It do not have any end point, and this is a circle. This one is your circle with center O. This one is line AB. This one is first condition is of yours. Second condition. In second condition, what happened? The line. First, I am just going to draw the circle for you. The line which is passed through from it. A, B. And third condition is of yours. Over there, what happening? Line A, B. These three conditions, why I am going to be take, it is really helpful to you when I am going to explain the theorem 10.1 in today's video, which is most important. It may be going to be asked in 3 mark, or it may be going to be asked in the 4 mark. See, understand this condition. Line AB, which is not going to be a touch to the circle. So intersecting point is nothing. So your line AB is different from the circle with the center O. Here, the line AB pass through from the 2 point of your circle, that is known as CD, and this is known as CD is known as second of circle. CD known as the second of circle. Here, in third condition, with the center O, it's only and only touch the one point of circle, that is known as the tangent. That is known as the tangent. OP is known as tangent because this line AB touch circle at one and only one point, that is known as the tangent of circle. That is known as the tangent of circle. Tangent of circle touch one and only one point of a circle, and this point is known as contact point of circle. This point is known as the contact point of a circle. This point is known as the contact point of a circle. Now students, the most important thing of this chapter, that is, we are going to be just learn theorem 10.1. It may be asked in your board exam, and in previously they have asked such kind of a theorem in 3 marks or maybe in the 4 marks. For the board exam purpose, you must have to prepare and watch the video carefully. What is the statement of it? Maybe you have to remember the statement. Sometimes that is going to be asked to write the statement of theorem 10.1. That is the tangent at any point of a circle. The tangent at any point of circle. That you know that tangents touch only one and one point of a circle is perpendicular. Perpendicular means it's make a 90 degree to the radius through the point of contact. That we just learned in previous is the point of contact. Now, what you must have to remember while you are going to be write the theorem, you must have to remember, you first write the given. A circle with center O and radius R, a tangent XY is drawn to the circle at point P. At point P. What you are going to prove? To prove OP from center of circle O to the touching point P. OP is perpendicular to the XY. OP is perpendicular to the XY. What is the XY? XY is the tangent of yours. A tangent XY drawn to the circle at point P. Now, this you can write OP is perpendicular to XY, to the XY. That we must have to remember. Now, this, and you are just going to draw the figure. Figure you must be just gone through over this. A circle with center O, tangent touch over here with the one point of yours, that is X, and this is Y of yours. Here what you are going to write? P. Now, why you are just going to start this 1, 2 and 3. If it is going to be asked in the 4 mark, these 3 carry minimum 1.5 marks, or maybe sometimes if the examiner is seeing that you have written these 3, they have maybe given the 2 marks to you. So it is much important. From the statement only you are able to write a circle with center O and radius R, a tangent XY is drawn to the circle at point P to prove OP is perpendicular to the XY. Now we are going to start. Now we are going to start the proof. Now we are going to start the proof of ours. Proof. In proof, you must have to remember, here we are just showing OP is perpendicular to XY. Now I am take point Q outside the circle. Join OQ. You can just write this is the construction of yours. This point is in the form of construction. Q is outside the circle. Take a point Q outside the circle on tangent XY other than P. Other than P. And afterwards you will join the OQ. Now I am going to join OQ. When it intersect at a circle, I am just giving the name. So my dear, you are just able to remember what is OP. OP is also radius. What is OM? OM is also the radius is of yours. What is that? They both are the radius is of yours. Take a point Q outside the circle on the tangent XY other than P. Join OQ. Join OQ. Now, if Q is inside the circle, now if Q is inside the circle, then XY, not AB, XY tangent become second of ours, which is not possible. Which is not possible. Now, that is first condition is that you are taking the Q outside the circle on XY other than P, join OQ. Now if you are taking Q inside the circle, then what happened? That xy is becoming the second of yours rather than the tangent. This xy tangent is not becoming, it will become the second of ours, which is not possible. Now this condition we are just going to understand. When the Q is outside, that is obviously OQ is greater than OQ is greater than OP. OQ is greater than OP happen. Now what other thing is you are going to be remember? OQ is equal to OM. OQ is equal to OM. Ready? Now if this is the radii of yours, OQ is already greater than OP. OQ is already greater than OP. Now what we are going to be do? Now what we are going to be do? Now what we are going to be do? Sorry, over here I have written OQ greater than OP, which we have to prove. Sorry, what I am going to be write over here. These are the radius of yours, so you can write. See, OQ is equal to OM. This is also I have written wrong. Which are the radius that you must have to remember? The radius is of yours. OP is equal to OM is the radius is of yours. OP is equal to OM, which is radius is of yours. Now you are going to write OQ is greater than OM. OQ is greater than OM. But you remember that, okay? What is OM? Instead of OM, you are just going to write the OP because both are the same one. Which you have to prove that OQ is greater than OP. Now you can just see that, okay, P is shortest distance from center O. P is the shortest distance from the center O, and this is true for every point on tangent xy rather than point P, because P is the shortest distance. What we have written, P is the shortest distance from the center O, and this is proof for every point on tangent xy rather than point P. So you are able to write. OP is perpendicular to the xy. Here just you can prove your whole theorem. Mind that over here the silly mistake is done by myself. What I have written, that I have written OQ is equal to OP. That was the wrong thing. What you are just going to write, radius OP is equal to OM. Afterwards what I did, OQ is greater than OM, that is but obvious, Q is the outside and it is always bigger than its radius. Instead of OM, what I have written, instead of OM I have written OP, because both are the radius, and afterwards we just prove that P is the shortest distance from the center O. Then what you are just going to write, this is proof for every point on tangent xy except P or rather than point P. And that's why we are able to just say that OP is perpendicular to the xy. Once again students, we are just going to be revise the whole theorem. What you have to just going to be write, the tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. Now point of contact is only and only one, because tangents touch only and only one point of a circle. Now given a circle with the center O and radius R, a tangent xy is drawn to the circle at point P, which touch only one point to the P. To prove OP is perpendicular to the xy, OP is perpendicular to the xy. Proof is really easy. Proof: take a point Q outside the circle. Take a point Q outside the circle on tangent xy other than P. Now join OQ. Now if Q is inside the circle, see, this is the first condition. Q you have taken outside. In the second condition you are taking Q inside the circle. Then what is happening? XY is not becoming the tangent of yours. It will become the second of yours, which is not possible for us. So what we did now, OP is equal to OM, that is the radius of yours. OQ greater than OM, but you know that OM is also radius and OP is also radius. So I can compare OQ is greater than OP, and I am able to say that P is the shortest distance from the O. This is proof that every point on a tangent XY rather than point P, and I am able to write hence OP perpendicular to the XY. Such way we just completed our theorem. Now you know that diameter D is equal to 2 multiplied R. One simple kind of a question. And diameter is equal to longest chord. They are going to write the longest chord of a circle. These two things you must have to remember. According to this, few questions I have given in the form of worksheet to you. Point of contact also you have to remember, because tangent touch only and only one point of a circle. Such kind of a thing I have given in the form of worksheet. Please by heart this theorem which I give in the worksheet. You have to write in your fair notebook and completely by heart. It is really helpful to you in the board examination.